Since my confirmation, our department has encouraged states to think differently and creatively about how to solve the many health issues facing Americans. One way is by not allowing taxpayer-funded benefits to be used to purchase unhealthy items like soda, candy, and other junk food. The number one purchase by SNAP recipients is sugary drinks. SNAP is a supplemental nutrition program meant to provide health food benefits to low-income families to supplement their grocery budget so they can afford the nutritious food essential to health and well-being. That is the stated purpose of the SNAP program. The law states it, and President Trump's USDA plans to deliver on it alongside our partners at HHS. So today, I'm proud to sign 6 more waivers for Florida, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Colorado. This is in addition to the waivers we've already signed for Iowa, Indiana, and others across the country. I continue to encourage states to be laboratories of innovation, think through how you can promote healthy families and healthy communities. And because of our historic partnership, USDA and HHS, and the visionary leadership of the governors here with us today and of the states represented by the signings, we are doing something about it. These SNAP waivers are just one piece of the MAHA effort. We work so closely together to encourage voluntary commitments to remove artificial food dyes, among other things, from our food supply. And together we are crafting sensical dietary guidelines for Americans that prioritize whole, healthy, and nutritious foods.
I know that's right. Now, this is where it starts. You got Brooke Rollins, Agriculture Secretary, laying out exactly why junk food is being banned. And the left, of course, the Democrats, they want you to think this is cruel. But notice, they never want to talk about what people are actually buying with your tax dollars. Now, soda is the number one item bought with food stamps. I didn't even know that. Not milk, not eggs, the eggs that they kept crying about. Not vegetable, what we were crying about too. I'm not saying them. But yeah, not even vegetables. It's soda. Or as I like to call it, pop. And Democrats fight tooth and nail to keep it that way because healthy, self-sufficient people, those ain't the type of people to keep them in power. You know how the cycle works. They rather lock people in a sugar dependency than see them free from the system. That's not the C word. That's control, the other C word. And the backlash, spilling over in other states.
They really own that. They say no EBT. No, they own that. The food stamp EBT is over with. I can only buy steak, chicken, vegetables, no snacks, no nothing. I can't get no more chip. You feel me, y'all? Damn, they really did that shit, y'all.
Yeah.
It's over, y'all. They really own it.
No, this could be a skit, but like most comedy, it's rooted in truth. Those no EBT signs, you're going to start seeing a lot more of them. Because when government finally puts restrictions in place, finally, right? The outcry isn't about losing the nutrition and seeing the benefits. It's about losing access to the stuff that got you sick in the first place. And ask yourself this: what benefits when poor health becomes normal? And speaking of backlash, here's a real life reaction from someone inside the store.
So y'all mean to tell me I can't buy no snacks off my EBT card? I'm in here shopping, trying to get all my good snacks. Trying to get all my good snacks and shit. See this? All that. Going straight to the buggy with me. All those nice good snacks. What the? And y'all, for me to get to the register, they couldn't find out I can't buy no more snacks on my EBT card.
Dang.
Tell me I'm ashamed. And tell me that must be ain't true. And so the damn people behind me in line say I must be ain't read the news. Cause baby, why the fuck am I doing with them trying at the house with no snacks? I got to buy cash. Y'all always ready to cut my EBT card off there. No, ain't no way Trump did no shit like that. Fuck.
This is when entitlement meets reality. Hope y'all watch that closely. This is the mentality Democrats have nurtured. That if you can't get your favorite snacks, on taxpayer money. The whole system is broken. So they should have just took her whole EBT card away from her. Never mind that food stamps was supposed to be about basic survival. Not buying little Debbies on the public's dime. But some folks are taking this even further. Predicting crime will spike because of it.
The juice on EBT.
No, we got to start you from the beginning.
What if somebody was on their last $3 and all they had was money for a bag of chips? Ain't no freaking way you can't get snacks, chips, candy, juice on EBT. Somebody's out there on their last $3. You think they about to go get a steak? Niggas is about to start stealing. And what if somebody was on their last $3 and all they had was...
About to start? Start? You said they're about to start. This woman actually says people will start stealing if they can't get snacks with EBT. Think about that. If a snack ban makes someone's term to death, you know what I mean? It's not about hunger. It's about addiction, entitlement, so many more other things, bad choices. And Democrats will spin that as a reason to try to restore benefits instead of asking why people think crime is an acceptable backup plan. But to really understand why this is such a big shift, you need to see the numbers. Come on, my friend. Come on. Where you at? Sorry, y'all.
Well, it looks like if you were someone who was getting food stamps in EBT and you was buying a bunch of junk food every time you went to the store, well, looks like all that fun is getting ready to end because over 12 states have already agreed to start banning junk food items from being purchased with EBT food stamps. What do we think about this? Well, my take on it is this. EBT food stamps was not meant for you to go and buy a bunch of fucking junk food all day. Sodas, sugary sodas, candy bars, terrible cereal. EBT was made for people who couldn't afford to buy food. It was made for people who were having some hard times in life and they needed a little bit of help. But that's not what it evolved into. It turned into a bunch of lazy fucks using and abusing the system. People just lying about how many food stamps and how many kids they got so they can get $800, $1,000 worth of food stamps every month so that they can go to their local Walmart and then buy a bunch of steaks and lobsters and all this junk food and all this shit. Motherfuckers literally started using food stamps as a tool to ball out. And that's not why food stamps were made. People were completely abusing the use of food stamps. I am so happy that they are finally cracking down on this shit because people have been abusing this for a long ass time. And now the ride's over.
All the way over.
Time for you to come figure it out like the rest of us, man.
Definitely right about one thing for sure. Food stamps were abused for years. Lobster steaks, hundreds of dollars in snacks, while working families paying taxes can't even afford the same luxuries. The system flipped upside down and stayed there until now. Y'all check these out. Just listen to this, man. It's gonna trip you out.
We did a breakdown of why everybody's so upset about soda, candy, and much more being banned from the SNAP benefits. If you look at the most purchased item on SNAP benefits, what do you think it is? It's soda, soft drinks. We live in a failed society when soda is the #1 most purchased item, and stuff like eggs, potatoes, and veggies are number 20. More people purchase junk with their food assistance than they actually purchase food. Now you see why people are so upset, because they'll no longer be able to get these items that they depend on, because they say they can't survive without it because they became chemically dependent on them. Meanwhile, healthcare costs in America are skyrocketing. These things can make huge changes to healthcare costs in the long run by cutting healthcare costs, by making people actually healthier, making healthy options, thus reducing healthcare problems. Did you also know 12.5% of the US population is on food assistance, and out of that 12.5%, 23% is morbidly obese? That's the issue.
Wow. Sheesh. I mean, that was a raw breakdown of why, what's being bought with SNAP. Eggs, potatoes, and veggies all the way down on the list. You got pop, candy, and junk food at the top, leading the pack. And Democrats call this a nutrition program? Nah, this more of a vote buying program dressed up as charity, right? But not everyone agrees with that, so I'm still defending the old way. Hold on, I forgot I gotta unmute these clips when they on TikTok.
I have a little fucking rant.
Uh-oh.
If you are one of those people who think people that get SNAP benefits shouldn't buy sodas, shouldn't buy any kind of sweets with SNAP, what are the mamas gonna do now that need to buy their babies a cake for their birthday?
Uh-oh.
Did you guys think about that before you guys started celebrating? How are they supposed to throw them a little birthday party? Not even a little birthday party. A cake, treats, just to have for their inner family for their birthday. And I'm saying inner family meaning not a big party. Did you guys think about that? You guys are freaking terrible people.
Oh, wow. Kill the emotional argument, right? What about birthday cakes for kids? We've heard this argument before, but here's the truth. If you can't afford a cake without taxpayer help, the cake isn't the problem. Okay? Problem is that we've been sold the lie that dependency is dignity, and Democrats have built their entire political power on keeping that lie alive. It's just what it is. Same thing. This is why they're mad. Because the free riders getting toll booths. Essentially. Because the candy aisle is closing. And because for the first time in a long time, taxpayer money might actually be used for what it was intended for. Can we get an amen for that? Let me get my screen back together and prepare for the next video. Yeah. Don't let the noise fool you. This is a win for common sense. Make sure y'all follow me on these platforms right here, X and Rumble, where we know the truth will not get censored. Make sure y'all check out the merch right below this video if you haven't already. And of course, y'all know I'm coming with the shout outs. I'm never prepared, even though I do videos every day. This is a part of the segment, which I don't know why I don't do better at being prepared for. But shout out to Indiana Bird 5567. Shout out to Differently Driven 8880. Cash Kitty 3472, Nancy Martin 5358, Michael All 7411, and Stephen. No, I'm gonna read some more. What is this? Stephen. I ain't gonna try to say your last name, but C9M. Shout out to you. Ronnie Ron K5E, Robert Thiesman, Robert Thiesman. 7657, Kimberly Reeves, Unhyphenated, Star Neely, K3R. Man, shout out to all y'all so much, man. I truly appreciate y'all for making this channel for what it is. And if you want to join the Forex Club, it's very simple. All you got to do is like, comment, share, either or on all the posts that I make every single day. But, it's appreciated, not demanded. Other than that, y'all be safe. Please go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.